Hi guys, my name is Matilda. Very sure you guys have not seen me on this space before, but my name is Matilda and I'm here to give you a little story time on how I achieved my self-love, how I got myself to love myself for who I am and not be dependent on the love from other people. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time as I tell you guys. Notice that I always wanted to give out so much love. I always wanted to give out love to other people, but I never loved myself. So this is a journey of how I grew to love myself. I grew to know who I am. I grew to actually being a better version of myself. The past year was a struggle for me because it was a year that I got to realize that I'd just been existing, but I had not been living. It was a whole lot for me actually. It took a toll on my mental health. It started when I was in a relationship. I was in a relationship with my ex and we're in a relationship for over 2 years. And I really thought it was the relationship. I thought that was the relationship that was one of my best relationships. The guy was good. The guy was always there for me. Everything was going on well. But it got to a time that I was dependent on the love he gave me. I always wanted to feel loved by him. So anytime he was not available, anytime he had personal things to do, I always felt so lonely. I always felt so out of place. I didn't know what way to go because I had never been not single. In my adult I've never been not single, and most of my relationships were always long-term ones. So I've never been alone. I've never had to that I'm single for a very long period of time. So anytime it was never available, I was always so cranky or bad. I was not myself. I didn't understand how things were going. But later, I thought about it and I was like, I had to let this go. I had to let this nearly perfect man go. I had to do it, not because things were not going on right, but because I had to work on myself. Because I could not give the love he was giving me because I did not love myself first. It was not a balanced relationship. He was giving out more. I was not receptive of the love that he was giving me. I always had doubts. I was always insecure. A lot of things were going on. And I was like, nah, this guy deserves better. This guy deserves much more than I'm giving him. And for me to be better for him and for better for myself, I have to end this. And trust me guys, that was the hardest decisions I've ever taken in my life, because this guy was it for me. He was just someone that I did not fathom that I was going to leave, and I had that guilt in me that I'm leaving this guy. I don't know how things are going to be, because I said that I've never been single for a very long time. So being single to me was that I'm going to be alone. I'm going to be lonely. I didn't know how to enjoy my company. I didn't know how to just be happy being with myself. I depended on other people. And one thing I read somewhere was that love when you're ready, not when you're lonely. You can't love someone because you are lonely. If you do that, you are not loving the person wholeheartedly. You're just loving the person because you need a companion. You're meant to love the person when you are ready. It's like enter a relationship when you know you can actually give out the love the person is giving you back. He's giving you love, you are giving it back to the person, not that person is just giving you. And I felt that was what was happening in my relationship, so I had to end it. During my heartbreak, when I was still recovering from my heartbreak, the journey was so hard for me. It was really hard for me because I felt so alone. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't know what I loved. I didn't know how things were going. I really wanted to go back to my ex, but I knew that if I wanted to be a better version of myself, I could not do that. I had to work on myself. I knew that I had to change a lot on myself. So I started my journey. I started with forgiving myself. I started with letting go of all the guilt I felt, because I had a lot of guilt in me. Guilt of leaving the perfect man or the nearly perfect guy and hurting him. I had guilt that I broke his heart. I did a lot to him, and also I had to forgive myself first. I had to let it go and tell myself that, okay, Matilda, yeah, you didn't want to leave this guy, but you felt you were not good enough for him. You felt that it would not have just worked. You felt that you were not in love, you were not doing what you were meant to do, you were not for him. I tried to let go of the guilt, the shame, everything that surrounded it. I tried to let go of that and I forgave myself, and that was like one of the breaking points for me, because I felt so free. I felt so happy with myself. It was like, God, I am finally, like, okay, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm almost there. Like, that's how it felt for me, because there's a big difference in being alone with a lot of burden in your heart, being alone with a lot of guilt, and being alone without anything holding you back. That is how I felt. I felt okay. I felt that, okay, I did this for myself. I did this to help myself mentally. I could not stay there and my mental health be breaking down and my mental health be deteriorating. I could not do that. The next habit I took was journaling. I know some people don't like journaling, but it's something that I realized I really love doing, and I love it up to now. I was able to express myself freely without thinking that I'll be judged by anyone. It's just me and my book. It's just me and my journal. Nobody, no third party, nobody. And I really like got to express myself the way I wanted to. All my thoughts, all the negativity, all the insecurities I had about myself, I was able to pour it down in writing. I wrote every single day. I became so consistent that it became a part and parcel of me. Every day I wanted to free my mind, either good, either bad. I just wanted to free my mind, and trust me, that really worked for me. I was able to let everything go with just writing. Then I decided to be alone. Like, I recommend that for anybody actually. When you're trying to find yourself, when you're trying to figure out yourself, I advise you be alone. When you're alone, you have the opportunity to think. You might have negative thoughts, but there will also be positive thoughts. You'll be able to see things you've done that were not right for you. You'll be able to see things that you love doing. You'll be able to catch on habits that you really love doing. And I realized that I love my space. I love going out. I love exploring. I love going on like adventures. And you guys, I went on a solo date. That was my first solo date, and it was amazing because I didn't have anybody sitting in front of me looking at me. I was just alone in my little bubble, being happy. Like that happiness was what I've been craving in myself, not craving from other people, not me thinking that okay, this person should be the one that will give me. No, I craved the happiness that I could give myself. I looked for that thing that okay, what do I love doing, and I found it, and I was so happy. Like, me staying alone really helped me. Like, I was just in my own space, go to work, come back. It was just me figuring out my life, and that was like an amazing thing for me. Everything was just coming to place for me. Everything was making sense for me when I discovered everything I love doing. I just like, Matilda, you never knew all these things about yourself. I didn't know that I was an adventurous person. I didn't know that I loved my own space, and being alone really helped me. It helped me love myself more. It helped me see that I don't need other people to love me before I'm able to give myself that love I deserve. Because yes, I deserve that love. Everyone deserves to feel loved, and the love should start from your inner self and not from other people. Yeah, love from your parents, love from your family is a whole different thing, but you saying that you want to be dependent on the love from either your partner, your spouse, your best friend or something should not be what will drive you. The love you get from yourself, doing what you love, should be something that yes, you should know what you want. You should know what makes you happy. You should know what makes you tick. I became so happy, as you can see. I became so happy because I learned to love myself. I learned to love myself with all my insecurities. I learned to love myself with little things. I got myself gifts. I got myself things I wanted. it was just a bliss for me, and I was so happy. And I got to realize that I don't need someone to fill that void in my life. I need someone to make myself happy and do that myself. Yeah, not that I don't still want to feel loved, not that I don't want love from a partner, not that I don't want to marry. No, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that I know that the next time I'm entering a relationship, I'm able to say yes, I can love you wholeheartedly, and I can also love myself. I can know when to put a boundary, I can know when to communicate, I know how to do all this thing now. I know myself. So it was an amazing journey. Actually, it was hard at the beginning and so sad. I cried a lot, but I'm so grateful to people that surrounded me, my friends, my family, and I'm happy now. I might not be fully there, I might not be fully where I want to be, but I can say I'm happy. So I'm here to tell you guys that self-love is something that you should look into if you know you don't know yet. Self-love is something that everyone should have. You should learn to love yourself irrespective of what is going on in your life, irrespective of how you look like. Learn to embrace your bad sides and turn into good ones. Just learn to be happy without someone being there for you, and to just be able to accommodate your excesses, because no one can do that for you. You're the only one that can do it for yourself. And part of my journey was that I actually texted my ex and apologized and explained everything to him, and he understood, and we're friends. So I feel when you know what you want and you follow that route, things will work out. It might not look okay at the start, but things will surely work out for good. So take that step today. Start your self-care journey, because nobody's going to start it for you. I hope you guys can learn to love yourself like I have learned to love myself, and just be happy, because happiness is one thing you don't want to lose. So thank you guys for watching this story time, and I will meet you guys in another story time. Just stay with this page, stay tuned with this page. I'm going to give you lots of lovely things that just wait and see. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you'll be the first set of people to know when next another video is dropped. Bye guys.